Hey everyone, so in this video I'm going to take you through what I spend in a week so you guys can see how I try to save money on my purchases and get really good value for money. And at the end of the video I'll also share my expenses including my mortgage, electricity, phone bill and more so you guys can get a full picture of how much I spend in a week. So if you'd like to learn more about how to save money and how to get really good value for money on your purchases, make sure you keep watching. So my spending week usually starts with Sunday, and this is typically my shopping day. Sunday I went shopping for food because my fridge was looking pretty bare, and I spent $148 at Woolworths, which will last me at least a week or more. When I am shopping, I try to find the cheapest price per item by looking at the unit price, and I do this for most things except for some purchases, for example pasta, where I'm happy to spend a little bit more money to get a more quality pasta. And I also do buy these Woolworths gift cards with my work because I do get 5% off my shopping. So that's another way that I do try to save money on my purchases. And I would love to know how you guys save money on your groceries in the comments. Let me know what you guys do. My boyfriend and I also spent $31 at the local fruit shop so that we could get some rosemary, ravioli, and a few other things that we couldn't really get at Woolworths. I really like this frozen ravioli because some nights we just don't have a lot of time to cook, so having this frozen ravioli is a great option for us because it's a really quick and easy meal to make. And it tastes really good. And it also helps us save money by not having to go out and get takeaway. So after going to the supermarket, I jumped on my computer and went online to start ordering some seafood. I spent $105 buying seafood from Get Fish, which sells fish and seafood from the Sydney fish markets. So as you guys know, I am a pescatarian, so I don't eat meat, but I do eat seafood. I know that this is quite a lot of money to spend on seafood in just 1 week. However, I did want to note that $75 of this purchase was actually 5 kilos of barramundi fish, which is frozen, so I can use this at any time. And usually 5 kilos of barramundi typically lasts us for at least a month or even more. So I'm not buying this every single week. And also the price of this seafood is pretty much the same price as supermarket quality fish. But the quality is so much better with this e-commerce shop. So that's why I like to buy my seafood from there. And I also spent $18 at Big W because I really needed some new leggings because now we're working from home a lot more and I just kept on running out. Even though I did spend money here, I do see this as a bit of a saving because I did go to Rebel initially and I was looking at some branded leggings which costed anywhere from $30 to $50. So I only spent $18 on buying 3 pairs of leggings, which I see as a bit of a money win. So for Sunday, in total, the spend was $304. However, I do halve most of the purchases with my boyfriend, apart from the leggings, so the total for me was $161 for Sunday. So as you can see, I do spend quite a bit of money on groceries. However, I do cook all of my meals at home, including breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And even though I do spend a lot of money on groceries, I do see this as a long-term saving because I'm not buying any of my meals out typically. I am mostly eating from home, and I do believe that if I were to buy all of my meals out every day, it could easily cost me up to $50 per day on food. And by the way, if you're enjoying this video so far, please make sure you give this video a like and consider subscribing to my YouTube channel. It really helps me out and helps me reach a wider audience, so I really appreciate it. So for Monday, I spent $36 on coffee beans. These are really good coffee beans and they were recommended to me by a friend, so I am supporting my friend's business. So the total for that day was $18 for me. These coffee beans will last me for about 3 months, so it's not like I make this kind of purchase every single week. And I do also have a really good coffee machine that I use at home, so I'm not going out to cafes and buying coffees each day. And because I'm not buying a coffee from a cafe every single day, I'm saving about $1,000 over the course of a year. So on Tuesday, my boyfriend and I went back to the supermarket and picked up a couple of things that we were missing from our initial shop. This included broccoli, cauliflower and linguine, vegan mince and also potatoes. The total was $31. So the total for me on Tuesday was $15.50. On Wednesday, I didn't spend any money. Yay! And on Thursday, I went into the office that day and I spent $9 on transport by train from my place to the office and back. On Friday, my boyfriend and I bought a gift for one of our friends and the cost was $50. I also bought some stuff from Sephora and I spent $67 on this purchase. And I know what you're thinking, I know makeup isn't really an essential purchase, however, I really did run out of lipstick this time. Usually I don't spend a lot of money on makeup at Sephora, however, when I do run out of something, I will spend money in order to replace those items. Personally, being a woman, I do try to make sure that everything that I'm buying, including makeup, I'm actually using. So that's a project that I'm trying to do this year. It's called PROJECTPAN, which means that I will be trying to use all of my cosmetics in full and not go out and buy new ones. So if you're a woman and you're also watching this, I do highly recommend to use up all of your cosmetics. And if you're a man, lucky you because you don't need to spend money on these things anyway. I did spend $67 as well because the minimum purchase price for free shipping was $65. On this night, my boyfriend and I also went out for dinner at our local Japanese restaurant, which we just love because the value for money and the food quality there is amazing. The total was $37 for 2 plain ramens and also a sushi board of salmon. So the total for Friday was $44. On Saturday, we ended up spending $150 buying Brandon from New Money's new tax course. So the total for Saturday was $75 for me. But I see this purchase as a long-term investment in my future because even though it cost me $75, I believe that it will be saving me a lot more money in the future. And since it also is a self-education expense, it's also tax deductible as well. And the amount of money that I'll be able to save on tax by doing this course will probably be a lot more in the future. So I do see this purchase as an investment. And I'm also helping out a friend with his business as well. So there are some other costs which I haven't included in here, and these are my monthly recurring costs, but I did want to include them in this video because obviously these are still expenses for me. So my mortgage and strata cost $265 per week. The electricity for this week was $7, and this was more expensive than last quarter because I'm working from home and I'm using the heater because it's winter here in Australia. However, I am looking at getting solar panels on the rooftop of our apartment because we are on the top floor and we actually do have access to the roof. We personally believe in renewable energy sources and we think that solar panels can be a great way for us to save money in the future. So that's something that we're looking into installing as well in order to save money on electricity and also help the environment as well. Do you guys have any tips on saving money on electricity? Let me know in the comments. I also spent $7 on my phone bill. This is a really cheap phone plan. It only costs me $28 for 20 gigabytes per month. So highly recommend checking it out if you'd like to save money on your phone bill. So I spent about $9 on the car, including insurance, petrol, and maintenance. And I also spent $9 on the internet. So the total for 1 week was $695. And this was a little bit higher than usual because I did buy Brandon's course, which was $150, and this is a purchase that I'm not making every week. And of course I did spend a little bit more money on seafood this week by spending $100. However, this seafood will last me more than a month, so it's not a purchase that I'm making every single week. However, I'm still pretty happy with my purchases overall. In conclusion, I do spend quite a bit of money on groceries and food, but that's because I'm not really going out to eat often at restaurants, so I see this as a savings overall. This week I spent about $20 per day on food and groceries. However, I believe that if I was eating out for every single meal, I would easily be spending over $50 per day on food. And I do find that by going to the supermarket and by buying my groceries, I am getting much fresher and much better quality food because I know everything that's going into my meals. Also, I do find that by being a pescatarian and not eating meat but also eating seafood, I probably do spend a little bit more money on food than the average person. And I'm also happy to spend a bit more money on things like courses which can help me upskill and save me a lot more money in the long term. And also regarding the makeup, that's something that I don't normally purchase every week. It's only really because I ran out. So overall, I'm pretty happy with my spending for the week. I think that the biggest takeaway from this is my mortgage repayments are really quite small, and mortgage and rent can be one of the biggest expenses that the average Australian household makes. So I do recommend getting a mortgage or renting a place which is quite cheap, so therefore you can save a lot more money on your weekly and monthly expenses for housing. So I would love to know your thoughts. Let me know in the comments what you guys spend in a week and what you guys do to save money. I think that this is a really great exercise for everyone to do because there are always things that we can cut out of our weekly budget, and by doing this exercise it really put all of my purchases into perspective and see where I'm really spending money on things, and helps me reevaluate my budget to make sure that I'm not overspending. So I would love to know your thoughts and what your thoughts on my weekly expenses are. And if you have any other saving money tips, let me know in the comments. And if you did enjoy this video, don't forget to click the like button and subscribe to my channel if you do want to see more. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye! And if you'd like to see more videos, I've put some links here so that you can check them out. So click the links here.